Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Sarah Speaks, the podcast where we live, we learn, we grow, and we live with intention. I am your host, Sarah Esangwedo Ajose Adiogun, and on today's episode of the Sarah Speaks podcast, we will be exploring 7 skills that quietly make you rich. In this podcast, we'll learn together. But do you know that 80% of the people who listen to our podcast have never bothered to subscribe? Can you just quickly do me a favor and subscribe to our channel? It helps us all grow together, and it enables us bring you more episodes of this podcast and potentially grow the podcast to serve more people. Thank you very much even as you do that. In this podcast, we'll unpack the principles that turn potential into lasting success, and we are exploring 7 skills that quietly make you succeed, make you rich. It's a life-changing set of principles inspired by the leadership coach, Jim Rohn. Thank you, Jim, for your wonderfully teaching us every day how to grow. Now, when we say rich, I don't mean rich in terms of money. I mean rich in terms of ideas, rich in terms of knowledge, rich in terms of influence, opportunities, relationships, and purpose. These skills that I'm sharing with you today, they are not loud, they are quiet, they are silent, but very, very powerful. And if you ignore them, you might quietly be shortchanging yourself and working against your own future success. So, grab a notebook, a cup of coffee or water, tea, take a comfortable seat, your pen and notepad, and let's dive right in. The first of these 7 skills is sales. Let's talk about sales. Many of us, I inclusive, I raise my hand. I always used to say, I don't know how to sell, I don't know how to sell. But do you know that sales is a key skill for anyone that wants to succeed in life? Jim Rohn says if you can communicate the value of what you have to sell and have someone believe in you and actually buy your product, you have unlocked the gateway to wealth. Because at the end of the day, life, success is about selling. Say, I can't sell, I'll just work in an organization and that is it. Do you know that employment interview is a sales pitch? It's you selling yourself, selling your knowledge, selling your skills and abilities to potential employers in a way that they believe you and believe that you are a better fit for the organization than the next candidate. So there is nothing you do in life that is not a sales pitch. Even when you have an idea and you need your leadership, or you need the bank, or you need even your parents, your family members to buy into that idea, to fund it, or to enable you and support you to make that idea become a reality. Do you know that that is also a sales pitch? So there is no one who will succeed in life that will not at one point or the other sell an idea, sell themselves, sell a vision, and get people to buy into it. Get followers to believe in them for them to succeed. This is a key skill for success. I remember there was a young lady that I mentored who was creating wonderful skincare products. But she always used to say, the value of the product will sell itself. I'm shy. I don't know how to market. Through mentorship, through coaching, she was able to put her product out there on social media, talk about the product, get some of her customers to talk about the value of the product. And as soon as she reframed sales as serving, my dear, her business took off. She started making more than 5 times the revenue that she was making initially. Over 500% increase in revenue. What changed? Sales pitching. And it's the same for any business. You can change the trajectory of your business. You can change your success level and factor if you are able to adequately sell the values and benefits of your product or of yourself. Because sales is necessary for success in life. The truth is, the world does not respect the best kept secrets. The world rewards value that is communicated effectively. Sales is a way of showcasing your value. We need to read and learn about great salesmen of the past. What did they do well? What did they do right? How can I apply that to my life or to my business so that I have a chance of succeeding? The Bible tells us that to whom much is given, much is expected. Let us take what God has given to us and let us magnify it for the world to see. Recruiting, I call it recruiting, I don't know what you will call it. But this just means that we all must be clear that you cannot do everything on your own. You must accept help. You must get people to support you to achieve your vision. Many people say, me, I don't want anybody, I don't want any sales girl, I don't want anybody in my house, I don't want any helper. You need helpers. I once met a small business owner who insisted on doing everything herself. She did not want any sales girl. She did not want any helper. From bookkeeping to shelf arrangement to cleaning of her shop, everything she did on her own. She was constantly exhausted because she needed to run between the house and the shop, and it was killing her. Constantly exhausted, everything not properly done because you were running the shop, you were running the house, taking the children to school, doing everything on your own. And then I met her through engagement, through coaching. She hired 2 part-time staff. I said, don't get anybody full-time yet. Just try it. Get a part-time helper in your house, someone that comes in to clean and goes. So you don't have to clean the house yourself so that the house is not looking topsy-turvy. And then get someone, a part-time helper in the shop. So that when you are going out, there's someone in the shop. You don't need to lock up your shop to pick your children from school and all of that. And her business completely flipped. Her revenue more than doubled. In fact, more than tripled. For her as a person, she became more mentally stable. She was more organized. Her home became more organized. Her children were not left alone all the time anymore because she needed to constantly run between conflicting schedules. Her life changed. Ecclesiastes tells us that 2 are better than 1. Because when one falls, you have someone to help you, to pull you up. Let's accept that hand of help when it is available. I know not all of us have access to all the help that we need, but let us take the one that is available and let us use it for benefits. You must recruit people. You must get people that can help you to succeed. No one bets a vision alone. It takes 2, a man and a woman, to conceive and bet a child. It takes more than you to bet your business idea and groom it to success. You need helpers, you need customers, you need buyers, you need suppliers, you need staff. Recruiting the right fit for the right role is key if you will succeed in your endeavors. Organizing. Jim Rohn says, the best people with great intelligence still fail due to lack of organization. I remember I attended an event. I won't say which events now. I don't want to call out the organizers. First of all, the event started almost 3 hours behind schedule. They had a great lineup of speakers, but what was wrong was the organization. We went in there and we were waiting, and people who had registered, name tags were missing. The whole registration desk was a chaotic event center. In fact, people left early. Many did not wait to even get their tags or get into the hall because the organization was shoddy. And no matter the lineup of the speakers, many people felt, if these people cannot even organize the logistics, what kind of value can they impact to me? I can tell you that after that year, the sales for their events dropped drastically, and it affected them as an organization. You cannot overemphasize organization and preparedness if you will succeed in any endeavor. 1 Corinthians tells us that God is not a God of disorganization, but He's a God of peace. Disorganization creates a noise because people are arguing. People are, it's disorderly. God is a God of orderliness and peace, and we must follow. When you are organized, people tend to trust you. People will follow you because they believe in you. They see it in you. When you make a promise, I'll be with you by 3 p.m., and they know this person will be here at 3 p.m. Over time, they have tested you. They see you are organized, you are structured. Your business will grow because people can bet on you. Organization is key for success. You must be able to showcase the value of what you have. Is it calling it advertisement? You can call it promotion, but whatever it is. You can have the best product, you can have the best service, you can be pursuing the best cause on earth. But if nobody knows about it, it doesn't exist. That is why it is often said that reputation is key, because reputation is what people know and perceive about you, about your product, about your cause, about your organization. People must know about it to have an idea about it, to take a position on it. Think about Coca-Cola. Everybody knows them. Think about MTN. Everywhere you go, people must know about it to form an opinion of it. Visibility is the oxygen for growth. Who knows about you? Who knows about your brand? Who knows about your service? Who knows about your offerings? I once coached a non-profit founder who was doing some incredible work, building and equipping libraries in remote locations, in villages. But nobody knew what she was doing. It was an Herculean uphill task. She wasn't getting grants, she wasn't getting funds, she wasn't getting support. People didn't know about what she was doing. But when she started sharing her stories online, sharing videos online, sharing success stories online, the funds started rolling in because people heard about what she was doing. They identified with it. They believed that truly the children in these remote rural areas need access to good education if they will succeed in life. And people invested in her venture. People need to know about what you are doing. Your business being the best kept secret doesn't work anymore. Even the niche you want to cater to needs to know about the offering for them specially, so they can potentially become your clients, your customers, the advertisers for your product, recommending you. Promotion is key for success. Recognition. I remember when we were running one of the big cultural transformation projects in Shell, for which I was the PMO lead. And we discussed this extensively, and we created our recognition for my organization at that time at different levels: departmental, team, directorate, and corporate recognition. Because for many people, recognition is not about the money in their account. It is about being, having this sense of being appreciated, knowing that you and what you do matter to the organization. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. It can be, your staff. Appreciate them. Just print something, in your office on a weekly basis, and appreciate people for their investment of their effort and time in the growth of your organization and your business. And you will see they will give more, they will do more, because everyone just wants to be appreciated. I have a very dear friend, Dr. Steve Oji, and he always says that when you show people your heart, when you give your staff your heart, they will give you their hands, because that is the way of life. People want to know that you care. They want you to show that you care. And when you do, they will go the extra mile for you at every point in time. Recognition is a way to care for your people. 6, communication. This is one of the greatest gifts of all time. If you will succeed in life, you need to be able to communicate. 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 There's nothing like being able to communicate. Tell your story from your own perspective, in your own way, to achieve your own objective and get the reaction that you envisage. Think about leaders who inspire you. They are not always the smartest in the room, but they are those who make you see things from their perspective, who are able to communicate effectively, who are able to drive a vision and get people to buy into it and run with it. Communication is key. I had a friend who once told me that, Sarah, you were the one that made me know that I could run a half marathon. I said, how? Even me, I've not run half marathon. How did I inspire you? He said, I said it once, and you said, you can do it now. I believe in you. You, when you put your heart to anything, you can get it done. He said, and that just made me know that, oh, Sarah even believes I can do it. I can. I didn't even remember that conversation. But the words I spoke had power to make her drive herself to achieve her dream and her objective. Communication is key. And the words that you speak, they have power. Power to heal, power to build, but also power to destroy. How do you use your words? Communication can transfer belief, can transfer life from one individual to another. It can transfer belief and life into a business, into a plan, into a community. Get help. Communicating effectively is a main ingredient and key to success in life. Proverbs chapter 18 tells us that death and life are in the power of the tongue. How are you using your tongue? I'm going to do a whole podcast on this topic of the power of the tongue. Communication is key. Are you using your tongue to bet life or to bet death? Are you using it to motivate people or to kill them? Poor communication kills relationships. It destroys teams. It removes opportunities. But great communication builds bridges for a lifetime. You must build this skill if you aim to succeed in life. And finally, multiple skills. Jim Rohn says, don't rely on one skill. Have many. Be able to do many things. You see some young people, 22, 23 years old, say, oh, I'm this, and that is all they are. When you put them in another, setting, they can't get it because they believe this is who I am. No, you should have a multiplicity of talents. You should be nimble. You should be adaptable. When a new skill comes on board, you should be willing and enthusiastic to learn, to grow. You should pivot easily if you want to succeed in life. Because at the end of the day, change is the only constant. I've seen people who lost their job and they were unable to move forward because the sum totality of their skill, of what they could do, was tied to that specific job and role. They could not do anything else. But you see people that can adapt, that can pivot. I've seen medical doctors become video editors. I've seen teachers become farmers. I've seen pharmacists become HR consultants. I've seen economists become content creators. You must be able to pivot. And I've seen computer scientists become social performance authorities. That is what the life we live today is. Chemical engineers become sustainability experts. Multiplicity of knowledge and skills to make us adaptable and enable us pivot in this journey of life. So everything there is a season. That's what the book of Ecclesiastes tells us. And life is in stages. Things happen. When something happens, what can you do? When you drop the cloak of organizational leader, can you get into the marketplace and adapt? Life changes, industry changes, technology changes. Those who will succeed can pivot. They are nimble, they move because they have a multiplicity of skills. They have a learning mindset. They know that I might not have all the answers, but I can try to answer as many of the questions as possible. Because at the end of the day, it is not what I do that matters. It is how much I succeed in what I do that is essential. And in life, success is key for you to live the life that you are called to live. These 7 skills: sales, recruiting, organization, promotion, recognition, communication, and a multiplicity of skill sets is key for success. They are not loud. They are everyday things that we do, but they are powerful in the outcome that they can potentially birth. They are not get rich quick gimmicks, but they are stable life choices that deliver benefits every day, that deliver greatness every day, that opens doors that cannot be shut. Because at the end of the day, resilience, consistency, adaptability, focus, communication is key. People need to trust you, and these skills make you not just the most trusted person in the room, but the most adaptable, the most resilient, and the most nimble. And yes, people know about you, know about your business, know about your skills, and they believe in you. They buy from you. And that is what great organizations and great men are made of. So, choose one skill this week. Learn it. Practice it. Look for ways to enhance your value. Because at the end of the day, it's up to you. It is your decision to upgrade, to coast, or to downgrade. No one but you can make the decision to succeed. No one but you can put in the effort to succeed. It might not be an easy street, but I tell you, the dividends are well worth the hassle. If this episode resonated with you, please like, share, comment, and tell us about your journey of success. What are the hassles you went through, and how did these 7 habits help you to succeed? Until next time, this is Sarah Speaks, the podcast where we learn, where we lead, and where we grow together. And we are all learning and winning big together, not just for today, but for the long term. Have a great evening. Thank you very much.